Jason Smith here, Commercial Business Investment Exchange. We are a full-service qualified intermediary handling 1031 exchanges throughout the United States. We're here today providing this video content for you to discuss everything 1031 exchange, and we feel like the 2025 capital gains tax rate is important to discuss. Okay, so we can't give tax or legal advice. We only handle 1031 exchanges. Please don't use this as tax or legal advice. Consult your CPA or whoever your tax counsel is for any sort of tax liability. If you do have a tax liability and it has to do with capital gains tax on commercial or business investment property or the sale thereof, contact us and we can help you devise a plan on deferring that payment. That's what we do. Okay, so let's get into this. 2025 capital gains tax rates. It's a sliding scale. It depends on how you file and how much money you make. Now, this is for individual. This isn't for corporations. We will talk about corporations on a little bit different video, but right now we're just talking about individual. Okay, so tax rates for capital gains tax in 2025 is 0, 15%, and 20%. Okay, if you file a single return in 2025, and you make less than $48,350, you have a 0% tax basis on capital gains, okay? Don't confuse this with anything else. This is the sale of an asset, and we're only dealing with commercial business or investment property, okay? You make a gain on that. It's a capital gain. These are your tax rates, okay? So 0%. Married filing jointly. If you make $96,700 or less, you have a 0% capital gains tax on the sale of that property. Married filing separately, $48,350, you have a 0% capital gains tax rate. And then the head of household, if you file as head of household and you make less than $64,750, you have a 0% capital gains tax rate. Okay, now this is going to move up. So this is about income and how you file. Remember that. 15% moves up to 15%. So anywhere between $48,351 to $533,400. It's a pretty big gap. Okay, so if you make anywhere between that, you have a 15% capital gains tax rate if you file a single return. Okay, if you're married filing jointly and you make between $96,701 to $600,050, if you make between that, you have a 15% capital gains tax. Married filing separately, if you make anywhere between $48,350 to $300,000, it's a little bit smaller, okay? Married filing separately, that's a 15% capital gains tax rate. Okay, head of household, $64,751 to $566,700. If you make in that range, you have a 15% capital gains tax. Okay, now it's going to move up to 20% at this point. Single return, and if you make more than $533,401, it's going to be 20%, okay? Married filing jointly. Anything more than $600,051. North of that, 20% capital gains tax. Okay, married filing separately. Anything more than $300,001, okay? Anything north of that, 20%. Head of household. Anything more than $566,701 is 20%, okay? In order to get a full tax liability, you have to consult your tax professional, whoever that may be, okay? If you are getting hit with a capital gains tax in 2024, right now, or 2025, and you want to defer that payment, there is a way. That's what we do, qualified intermediary. There's a game plan or a way to do that. So you'd have to consult with us to make sure that you qualify for that treatment. But this is what we do. So we are a full service qualified intermediary. We're here to provide content. The 2025 capital gains rates for corporations. We'll discuss that on a later video. 2024, we have a video floating around. I believe that's up in the stream. If you are looking for content on 1031, or if you have questions regarding 1031, please make a comment below. Ask. We're here. Request. No problem. You can hit me up at jason@cbi1031.com. That's my email. And we can start a dialogue there on 1031 exchange and how that could affect you in your tax filing. Okay, so like I said, Jason Smith, Commercial Business Investment Exchange, full service qualified intermediary, handling 1031 exchanges throughout the United States, providing video content on what 1031 exchange is and how to utilize that to help defer capital gains tax. We appreciate you. Okay, if you don't know, now you know. Peace.